Today I'm going to be speaking a little bit about what it's like to come back after a TeenPact event and settle back into your normal routine. Having attended TeenPact events for a few years now, I can understand the feeling of disconnect that you may get after leaving a TeenPact event. Settling into your morning routine just doesn't feel the same. You're not waking up to worship. You're not waking up and eating breakfast with a ton of other believers. Instead, you're in your home, in your environment, and having to do things on your own. It can feel really, scary at times. Honestly, I leave and I'm like, I need to live at TeenPact or I'm never going to be able to follow the Lord. But honestly, what TeenPact is, it is a launching point. It is a place where you can go and feel refreshed and look back on those wonderful experiences you had. I love to look back at my times at TeenPact with fondness and just the enjoyment of what I got out of it and what the Lord did in that time. The times of fellowship, worship, and hearing from the Word. 1 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 15 says, "So then, brothers, stand firm and hold to the traditions that were taught by us, either by our spoken words or by our letters." That was written by Paul, speaking to the believers in Thessalonica, telling them that they needed to hold on to the things they had learned. He couldn't be with them forever, but instead they could look back on what Paul had taught them and learn from that and learn that what Paul had showed them was what they could apply into their daily lives. When we think about the times we had at TeenPact, all the fun we had at state class, we should look back on it and implement it into our daily lives at home. Deuteronomy chapter 31 verse 8 tells us, "It is the Lord who goes before you. He will be with you. He will not leave you or forsake you. Do not fear. Do not be dismayed." When you have to leave a TeenPact event or when you walk out of your church on a Sunday, you're entering the world. You're entering a battleground. But do not fear, because the Lord himself goes before you even in it. And in that, you can be setting an example to your peers, to your family, and to the world. 1 Timothy chapter 4 verse 12 tells us, "Let no one despise you for your youth, but set the believers an example in speech, in conduct, in love, in faith, and in purity." We are called to a life of set apartness. We are called to a life of holiness. The time we have in TeenPact is, as amazing as it is just a time for us to look back on and also a time for us to grow in the moment. Don't be afraid to be bold. Do not be afraid to stand out. As I look back on state class and I think of all of the staffers, they were bold. They had to step up in front of all of us students and speak to us. They had to share with us what the Lord had put on their hearts. They had to deliver to us with confidence all of the material. And I just like to look back on them and think, I want to imitate them as they imitate Christ. In the words of Paul, we can look upon other believers and see, wow, they really demonstrate this quality or this attribute or this fruit of the Spirit, and learn from that. I am so grateful for all of you students and for all of the staffers we had, and so grateful for the week we all had together at state class. As we all are now back in our homes, churches, and communities, I encourage you to take those experiences that you had at TeenPact and implement them into your life here. Don't look back wishing that could be your life forever. Instead, look back and see what you can learn from that and take into account for now. I encourage each of you to stay strong in your walk, to keep living for Christ, and to look at the example set to you by others and live out your life for Christ.